Well, here's a quick look at the E-mini S&P for Tuesday, October the 12th, 2010. Well, our up auction continues, although it certainly did have a fairly good dip overnight. You can see here that the market came all the way down to that 52 area here, which is a support area that we'd obviously been using prior to going into today. We were thinking that quite possibly the 58 area could hold, but as you can see, it went through there overnight and reached here. But interesting to note that during the late overnight session, it managed to rally just into our area 58, 59, and then sell off again here early in the RTH, the regular trading hours. Once it did that and tested the overnight low right to the tick here, it turned right around and basically rallied for the rest of the day, backing off a little bit as it closed. But the up auction certainly does continue, and we've been at this now on an intraday basis really since the beginning of September. So we've had basically a swing auction here that's been going on for about 6 weeks. So, and no real sign of it abating, at least at this stage of the game. What we're looking at now is probably some support either in the 64 area or possibly down once again to around the 59 area. So that's really what we're looking at as support, still within the context of the intraday up auction. 64 is of course very close to where the market closed, so it could obviously dip down a little bit more before it has another run higher. But today we had the FOMC news. The minutes were released, so the market got fairly volatile. So that was one thing that kind of made the day trading somewhat difficult. Here's the profiles from the regular trading hours only, and here is our software from today. So you can see here that where we show the arrows and so forth. So we had actually I like to put those in red. So we had a short trade there. We had another short triggered right here. So what we ended up by, and there was just a couple of really late ones here, but so our first trade here, we did get filled here, and it did drop 1.5 points. So it reached our first objective. We were not filled, however, on the second objective, so only made profits on half of the position on that trade. And that was the same thing that we had with this long trade here. You can see these other blue up arrows as well. So so that was the first trade there, so some profits on that. The second trade here did the same thing, also reaching our first objective easily and hitting our second objective right on the dot. Did not get filled on it, so only profits on the first half of the position on the second trade as well. So the first trade and the second trade were in that sense identical. Now this is when the news was released, and of course what we always do in a situation like that is have a preference to trade on the intraday unless there's structure indicating differently. So we had a couple of aggressive trades here. Unfortunately, now this first one was stopped out. This was the third trade. The fourth trade that we had right here just got nicked on it. Really kind of frustrating on that sense, because then of course the market had that really good move higher from our entry in here, which was 61 and change, rallied all the way up to 69. So a little bit too tight a stop on the post FOMC news, and of course what we like to do on trades like that that are released soon after the FOMC news is released, to reduce the position size and increase the stop, so you have the same dollar risk, but you have at least a 2-point stop instead of just 1.5 points, in which case this trade worked out very nicely, and we're able to move up and participate in that nice up move. This trade right here was not taken. It was a short trade in the up market with a green filter. This trade was a little too late. It didn't get actually weren't able to get filled on this until right at the, I think like a minute or two before the cash closed, so there was actually no trade there. So we're doing fine early in the day, a couple of good trades. We got stopped out early after the FOMC news. This trade just didn't work. Too good, strong a rejection off the high here. and then of course it took it out later. This was the sort of the disappointing one in the sense that we just got nicked by a tick before it rallied in our favor, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So we are looking in that 59 area as good support, possibly right in around here where it closed. That could also be good support. We'll have to monitor that overnight. There's no real barrier up above. 69 is the high right now. It could easily travel higher than that. So the up auction continues. So any questions or comments, just get a hold of us at eminidaytrader.com. That's info@eminidaytrader.com. Always enjoy hearing your questions and comments, so don't hesitate in getting a hold of us. So that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you tomorrow.